Hello, guys, and welcome to Talk with Manan. Today, we are thrilled to have an engineer with us, and he's called Engineer Ebenezer Larbi, right?
Yeah.
So he's a young engineer, and he's making significant strides in his career. And as you all expect, I told you guys that we are going to bring on board young people who are making progress in their career, young people who can also motivate you as a young person, whether you are in the university or you are about to complete or you're doing your service or you are just about to finish your service. We want to come to you with people who can also inspire you. They will share with us their personal journey and what they did whilst they were in school and what they can wish to advise the young people just like you so that you won't go through the wrong path that maybe they might have taken in the past, but it also inspire you. All right. So not much to say again. So let's just dive straight into the interview and let's talk to Engineer Ebenezer Larbi. Engineer, welcome.
Manan, thank you.
Oh, nice to see you.
Oh, nice to see
Oh,
you
and
too.
you are looking good. Though. I like your African wear.
It's
Just
just one
perfect.
of those days.
Oh yeah, well, nice one, nice one, nice one. So, engineer, I mean, we are very privileged to have you here with us.
Thank
And
you.
this interview, I know personally, is going to inspire a lot of people, a lot of young
I
guys
hope
who
so.
are in the university, those who are pursuing an engineering program, and they want to know what to do or what to expect when they leave school.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with your personal self. All right. So can you start by telling us a little about yourself, a bit about your little background, maybe something you can share with us a bit.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
no,
glad
yeah,
I was called upon to at least share a little bit of my journey
yeah, yeah,
from
that's good.
maybe when I was young to where
Yeah,
I am now,
right now,
by
yes.
God's
Yeah.
grace. So my name is Ebenezer Larbi.
All right.
29 years
Oh,
of age.
nice, nice,
Okay. I'm currently an electronic engineer
nice.
at Ghana Civil Aviation Authority.
Okay.
Mm, I like to travel around.
Okay, nice.
On my normal weekend,
Mm,
I like to drive around, maybe go to the beach, listen to music.
okay, okay,
Yes, I think that's a little bit about my personal life.
okay, okay.
Maybe there are more questions that
Oh
maybe I'll
yeah,
delve into my personal life, but
sure, sure, sure,
as
sure.
of now, I like watching football also.
Nice one. Yeah. So
Yes,
you are a soccer guy,
I'm a soccer
or
guy
say you're a
too.
football
Yes,
guy in
I'm
Ghana.
always glued on
Interesting.
my football matches.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
So what team do you support? I mean,
I'm a Barcelona fan.
oh,
Mm,
Barca.
yes, I'm a Barcelona fan.
Oh, nice. Well, I support Real Madrid, so
Oh
maybe
yeah.
some El Clasico will happen for here.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so how do you balance your career as of now?
Balancing my career
Yeah.
and my personal life.
Okay.
Fortunately for me,
Yeah.
I'm in an industry that is 24 hours.
Okay.
So from the technical side of view, we don't run, let's say, a normal day. That's my section. We don't
Okay.
run a normal 8 to 5,
Okay.
8 to 5. We have the engineers who come on a normal basis.
Okay.
But fortunately for me, I'm on a shift system.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So
Okay.
on my off days, I'm able to juggle my personal life, do
Okay.
my day-to-day running.
Okay.
I thank God there's a
Okay.
shift
Oh wow,
system. That's how I can
that's great.
balance my
That's great.
personal life with my work,
That's
my
great.
working life.
That's great. So I know initially I asked about your personal background,
Yeah,
but I want to go a bit inside a bit. I mean, I want to
sure.
delve in more. So right now, let's talk about your family and then early education. I know you are an engineer.
Yeah.
Definitely, you started from somewhere,
Yeah.
right? As you climb up your education ladder. So can you share insight into your family background or early childhood, your early childhood education? Where
Okay.
did you start your education?
Okay. So I'm from a family of currently 6. It
Okay.
was 7,
Okay.
but rest in peace to my mom.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So
Sorry. Okay.
I'm from a family of 6.
Okay.
I have 3 sisters
Oh,
and an
nice.
elder brother.
Okay.
A very disciplined,
Mm-hmm.
strict,
Father.
and yes, a very disciplined and
Nice
strict
one.
father,
Nice. Okay.
and from a very religious family.
Wow, that's
Yes,
fantastic.
both
That's good.
my mom and my dad were very,
Wow.
very religious.
Okay.
So they brought all of us, both my siblings and I,
Mm-hmm.
into a very religious home.
Just home. Okay.
We don't joke with our
Okay.
church
Wow. Wow.
services.
Okay.
Um, and also talking about the discipline and strictness. My father always makes sure that we are always behind our books,
Yeah, that's cool.
learning.
Wow.
So we always strive to, when we go to, during my primary days, just become first in class.
First in class.
Become first.
Wow, wow, wow.
So I was very competitive when, in terms of that, when I was in primary
going
school.
Wow.
Like to be first, to be second. Hey, if someone even becomes first and I'm second, challenge.
You feel like no, you're supposed to be the first.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice.
So I started my primary school at Norwich School.
Okay.
It's at La Paz.
La Paz. Okay.
La Paz, Aquitima, La Paz.
Okay.
So that was in 1999.
Okay.
Yeah, 1999, 2000.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I started Glory from that. I started from crèche.
Crèche. Wow.
From Glory School.
So that's where the whole thing started.
The whole thing started from crèche
Interesting.
to GHS 3.
Okay.
That was in 2010.
Okay.
2010.
Okay.
So my whole life in primary school was in just one school.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Because even though as of that time I was living around my primary school, after my father decided to move from, let's say, Achimota, but yet still we still continued
the same school. Oh, that's good.
But he didn't want us to just.
So basically, you started your primary school. This is from crèche, primary, and then GSS.
Yes, in Glory School.
Fantastic.
And in Glory School, yeah.
I'm sure you have a lot of good memories about the place.
Oh, yeah. In my primary days, we were more of the book learning.
Oh my God.
So I wasn't a sports guy.
Yeah. Okay. So you are this kind of book guy.
Yes.
As for being the book there.
Yes.
You read the book every day.
I wasn't a sports guy. So from, I think when I got to class 2,
okay,
I think I was promoted.
Okay.
Because
you were faster than your colleagues, so they had to jump in a way.
Yes, I was promoted. we were I think enjoying one of these long vacations. I think the headmistress just called my dad and told me that I've been promoted, I've been jammed with a colleague of mine to the next class.
So you had to go skip some of the classes.
Skip some of the classes.
You are a very smart guy. You are very smart. Because a young man in the come on, Charlie. You guys, so how you guys are learning something? Because meaning you have to start learning, right? It's basically it's from the foundation. Very solid foundation. And thanks to your dad.
Exactly.
Who was very strict on you guys. I'm sure maybe that time you thought maybe he didn't like you. Maybe you're like, oh, we are too strict on us. Let's go have fun. You know, your friends are playing football here and there, but you had to.
Fortunately for me, during my primary days, I had friends who were also book.
That can book conscious.
Let's gather. Let's learn. The playing was maybe once a while we just go out and go and play. For the stubborn, once a while you just get stubborn and they just discipline you and you have to learn from that. Just move ahead.
So that's let's say so let me just guess. So I can assume that the values that you learn from your family or your dad was that just be disciplined with your books, right?
Yeah.
Right from the onset.
Exactly.
Discipline with the books.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about your secondary education. So I'm sure once you completed Glory International School, you moved into a secondary school.
Exactly.
So can you tell a bit about your secondary school? Which school did you attend? What was your favorite subject in school? Okay. And how was life in secondary school?
Okay, so after Glory School, took part in the BEC. Okay. Had my grades. My first choice was PRESEC.
Okay. Second.
But unfortunately, because I wanted to do general science. Wow. I didn't get the chance to do the general science, so I had to opt for my second choice. That's Akuman Senior High. Okay. And they offered me general science.
Yes, wow.
So
is it around Akosumo, right?
Yeah, around Akosumo.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes. They offered me general science, so I did general science in Akuman Senior High. And my life at Akuman was also a little bit of how I lived my life in JSS.
Oh my God.
I had the mindset of entering the school. Let me learn. Yeah. Let me learn because let me be a bookworm.
You want to just focus on your books,
focus
not
on my
to go and
book.
do any other things, but just
Yeah,
focus on your
but
books.
as time went on, I got myself into some schools activities, some school positions, and also fortunately for me, I became part of the National Science and Maths quiz
Science quiz, that's nice.
team.
Team.
Let's say I was a bencher.
No,
I was part of the team though.
What about the team there? That team there,
Yes.
every school is like it's like the main, it's like a star group. Once you're part of that group, everybody knows that hey, these are the sharks. Who are the sharks?
Let me put it that way. I was part of the team. I was part of the team. So also held some positions in the school denomination Christian group.
Wow, okay.
Because of my religious background,
your
I held some positions in the Christian group. That's the NUG, the Presbyterian group.
What about SU? Or SU?
SU, I wasn't having a position there, but I used to go to. I was a member of SU.
Nice.
Yes. And also, I also had a position in the SRC, the school SRC. I was the school SRC treasurer.
Wow, nice.
Yes.
You were very active in school, both your books,
both my books and
extracurricular activities.
Yes,
which are very important.
Exactly. So, SHS was also. I wasn't the outspoken. You see, when you go here, you see this guy. You go here, you see this guy. But I was there.
Okay.
I was there.
People knew you, but you weren't that too much into everything. But people knew who you were.
Yes, I go to school, I go to class. Close, I come to the dorm, I eat. When it's time for church, I go to church. That kind of level.
Very simple life.
Very simple life. That's the word for it. Very simple life. In Akurman Senior High. Yeah. So I completed.
So which year did you complete Akurman?
2013.
2013. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So from Akurman, which tertiary education?
Okay. So after Akurman, I had the opportunity to join the Regional Maritime University.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, at Tema.
At Tema, okay.
Yeah, to pursue electrical electronics engineering. Yes. And my period at Regional Maritime University, I wasn't in a hostel.
Okay.
So I usually leave home.
So you always went to campus from home?
Yes.
Right. So home campus.
Probably when I have a lecture which closes maybe in the evening, I try and sleep with some of my friends in the
on campus there.
Yeah, on campus. They help me share a room with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So in Regional Maritime, also the same.
Wow. Always the same books, the same studies. Wow.
There was same studies.
Well, let me guess. I guess you compare to school with the first class. Or...
Oh no.
Hey, this shackle. This shackle.
You see, when you get to university, then you see you're a shark.
You're a shark.
But man, some people are there. They are also sharkers. I tried my best. My second class didn't.
But that one, at least that one there, you cement down.
Yes, I cement down.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried my Regional Maritime.
So the time when you were in university, did you also do other activities like you were in some groups here or there?
For university, because I wasn't so much. I wasn't on campus.
Okay.
So my life was just go home, come back. Maybe
so
more lectures. More of lectures. Maybe there is a study time, and we join or we gather. We do home assignments and projects, and close. We go home. So in university, I'll say because I wasn't on campus,
you weren't so much involved in so
many activities.
But did you wish you were taking part of certain things on campus? Whilst as I thought now, or it wouldn't have really bothered you that much?
I think if I were supposed to be on campus, looking at the guy I am, when I got to university, I think I would have partaken some
student activities
on campus. Yeah, but because I wasn't on campus,
so you didn't have that time.
Because when we closed, I have to go back home. And come back to
the following lecture. So so right now, so what degree did you graduate with from Regional Maritime University?
Electrical electronics engineering.
Wow. And which year?
and that was in 2017.
2017.
Yes,
Wow.
2017.
Wow. That's quite recent.
Yeah.
That's nice. So now let's talk about your career. I mean, your career motivation. Well, once you are from, now we know you from the primary school to JSS to SS to university.
Yeah.
Now from university, normally you move into your career.
Yeah.
I mean, why you went to that whole education was because you want to build a career you sometimes you really love. So what motivated you to choose a career in engineering? I mean, was there a reason? Was there a moment in your life at a young age or something that should I want to be engineer? Why not? Let's say be a doctor, a pharmacist, maybe a banker or something. Why engineering?
You know, at my early age, when I was young, yes, I always wanted to become a doctor.
Okay.
You see, when you are young like that, I want to be this one, I want to be this one. Another time, I want to be this one. But I wanted to be a doctor. But getting to high school, going to the university, I wanted to be a pilot.
Okay, wow.
Because I became fascinated about this whole
planes and how they move in the sky, yes. How they
So in high school, I thought becoming a pilot in Ghana is so much easy. Let's finish high school, get to the university.
Yeah.
I even thought KNUST offered piloting, but as I got into the university, I just realized, becoming a pilot, you need a lot of money to. So
because in Ghana, as of that time, I mean, as of now, I don't know whether there's any piloting school in Ghana at the moment.
Exactly.
So most of the pilots are trained outside the country, mostly in South Africa and other countries. So
exactly. So when I go to university, I realized becoming a pilot and looking at my background, will be a bit difficult when it comes to finances.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So I decided to try maybe out of an aircraft engineer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
An aircraft engineer. I can still do the electrical engineering. So during my time in the university, internship, level 200, 300.
Okay.
I first brought my head of Ghana Civil Aviation, and I first brought my internship letter to the Ghana Civil Aviation. I sent one to ECG.
ECG, okay.
Yes. So when I brought the letter, about a week to, I wasn't hearing anything from Civil Aviation. So I said, okay, let me start with the ECG. But ECG called me to
come and start.
I started ECG, I think about a week. After a week, on the Monday, the following Monday, I had a call that, the internship, I can come and start the internship with Ghana Civil Aviation. I was like, wow. I didn't even think twice.
Oh my God. So you just ran for ECG to aviation.
I didn't even think twice because the whole aviation thing was
something that's really like fascinated you. You wanted to come and see what's happening.
Exactly. So when they called me,
quickly, you didn't even wait.
Came on the I think on a Tuesday. Okay. I came and we went through the process and stuff. That's for level 200 internship.
Yeah. Okay.
So level 300. So I brought my internship letter again to Ghana Civil Aviation.
Okay.
Yes, because the first internship, I was learning the system. I was learning, aircraft. There are so many things that comes together before an aircraft will move from one place to another.
Wow.
It's not just the pilot entering the air.
Just flying over.
Just flying over.
There's a lot of things that work.
Technicalities that come together to have a safe flight. So level 300, I brought my internship again, and I did it.
Well, you had an opportunity.
I completed it. So after my university service, I said, I want to have my service. I want to have my service in Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. Wow. And glory be to God. My NSS posting, I was posted to Ghana Civil Aviation.
Wow. This is like some divine selection.
Exactly. Wow, I was posted to Ghana Civil Aviation. So coming here during my service time, I already knew
the system.
Let's say about 30% of the system. Not even 20% of the system. And I knew some during my internship. I had a chance to connect to a lot of engineers and some staff. So my service time, posted to Ghana Civil Aviation.
So
The
at
same.
least it was a good continuation because you
Exactly.
began from here, you
Yes.
learned from civil aviation.
Yes.
Then in final year, your third year too, you came to civil aviation. Then when you completed to service aviation, so
Aviation.
it can make you appreciate how the
Yes,
work.
I appreciated the whole aviation environment, the aviation industry more. So when I got to service, I was I was sent to the air traffic safety engineering department.
Okay.
Yes, and in that department we have so many sections. We have, I think, about 3 sections.
Okay.
That's communication, navigation, and surveillance.
Yeah.
Yes, I was posted there, and during my service, we assisted the engineers, the electronic technician engineers, the electronic engineers, in their routine maintenance, inspection, installation of communication, navigation, surveillance systems. That helps the aircraft to operate.
To operate smoothly,
safely.
Nice one.
Because that's the core mandate.
So my question is, so let's talk about your national service period. Okay. So what time did you begin your national service?
So I began my service September 2017.
Okay.
At Ghana Civil Aviation.
Okay.
I was sent to the air traffic safety engineering department.
Okay.
And there, as a service personnel, we assisted the senior engineers and engineers, electronic technician engineers, with their routine maintenance and installation and monitoring of the communication, navigation, and surveillance systems the aircrafts need to fly safely.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one. So since you did your internship there,
yeah,
and then you did your service there, was there any important lesson that you learned during your service time?
During my service time, I think one lesson I took was from an engineer. One day we were helping them, assisting them to lay some cables.
Okay.
And after laying the cable, he called me to his office and he told me that whenever you have been assigned a job and you are executing a job, do it with all your heart. Because you never know who is passing by, who is watching you. So that's one thing I took, important thing I took during my service time. So during my service time, whenever there is a job, I make sure I do it with all my heart. I make sure how huge the tax is. At least I'll try my best. Right? Because as he said, you never know who is passing, who is watching, and so oh, this guy is doing something or this guy is not doing something well. So that's one big lesson I took from that engineer.
Wow, that's really great. That's really great. So I'm sure that you were in a team with other service personnel, but I'm sure you try your best to make sure that as the engineer advised you, whatever you are doing, just do it with all your heart. It doesn't matter who is there or not, but someone might be watching you.
Exactly.
You know. Okay, that's cool. So now let's move quickly a bit. And now let's talk about, let's see, once you were done with service, or when you were about to finish your service, how are you feeling? I mean, what was the moment that you were about to complete your service? So what was the idea?
So
were you scared after service? What was happening?
Of course, from where I come from, I was scared. Because after my service, where am I in this day and age, Ghana? Where am I going to get job? The whole job employment and it came in, so it's set
to dawn on you a lot.
Start to dawn on me. So I was a bit scared, but during that year, that's I think 2018. Fortunately for us, or fortunately for that year group for engineers, GCAA brought out a job vacancy for engineers. So I think about a month for our completion. And that job vacancy came out.
Wow.
And we all rushed.
We all
applied. It was like
it was a divine intervention.
Yeah, it was a divine intervention. Let me put it that way. Because exactly that year, they came out with job vacancy for electronic engineers, both outside. So it was published in the newspaper. So it wasn't for some group of. It was for everything. It was a mass. So we all applied quickly. So we applied
Yeah.
after service.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after service, so
Mm-hmm.
we just
You're
have
just
to.
waiting
We are
for-
just waiting for
an interview or something to happen.
yeah. So we completed. I completed service. That's around October, September, October.
Yeah.
So no call yet. I know that I have applied.
Mhm.
So going back home.
Yeah. You're just waiting, praying and waiting.
Yes. So during that period, still waiting for the call from GCA. I was like, I can't just be home like that. Well, still praying for the call.
Yeah.
I decided to go and help my sister. She's into liquid soap manufacturing,
Wow.
liquid powder,
Okay.
and I went to her and she took me in, and I was helping her gradually. So she gave me some one or two incentives.
Oh,
So during
that's very nice.
so during the
Nice.
period of the September
Yeah.
to December,
Once you were home, you weren't just idling around.
I wasn't
You
just
tried to
idling
use
around.
time.
Yes, because and me doing that, she gives me
Okay.
I'll say a salary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So to hold myself onto. So during that period, I was still praying for her. So in January, that's 2019,
Okay.
and God being so good, I received a call from GCA that I've been scheduled for an interview,
Okay.
in I think June,
Okay.
in April. Sorry,
Okay.
in April. So upon hearing that call, I was happy, very, very, very happy.
Yeah.
But I know the happiness is there.
Yeah.
But
you have to go and cross that.
you have to cross that interview.
Yeah.
So preparation towards the interview, I was psyching myself for the whole showdown.
Yeah.
So in April, the interview, I went to the interview. During my time, I was very nervous, and it wasn't only me. We had other people, experienced engineers,
older people. You see
older
them like
people,
older men. But once
and how
you being a young guy,
I was about 24 years old.
Wow.
And
you see other old people are coming
old
to
people
work
experience, not old but experienced people, all part of this group going for an interview. I was like, let me just go and give my
try your
shot.
best.
I'll try my best. So when I go to the interview room, I saw the big men, managers, directors sitting in front of me. So the question just came.
Throw a question here and there. Okay, so wait. So prior to interview, how did you prepare for the interview? I mean, where did you go online searching for questions? I mean, did you rehearse at home?
Yeah, I did like so many rehearsals at home, and I went online to get some of the basic interview questions. Like how much what is your experience? Those basic general interview questions. But the technical one, because I already did my internship here, did my service here, I had to contact some of the older people. So when the interview, how is the interview like? What kind of questions?
So you do your own background.
I did my own background check on some of these things.
Exactly. They'll give you maybe some advice.
Exactly.
On what to do.
So during the interview room, the questions, the general questions, and some general knowledge also came in, and what my boss told me during my service, that when you are working, forget about anyone around, work with all your heart, execute your tasks. That statement, in that interview room, I realized that statement helped me a lot.
Wow.
Because one of the managers was seated there, and when they were asking me the question, when I was responding, giving them, he just said, this guy is a very hardworking guy. He's a very I was like,
So what you did during your service time,
exactly,
today has come to save you in the interview room.
Exactly. This guy is a very hardworking. So when I heard that statement, my tension there dropped. I was so
more relaxed.
I became more. Even though the tension was still there, but I became more relaxed. And
at least someone has known you for a reason.
Yes, someone knows me that at least I'm hardworking. When you give me a job, at least I will do it. No matter how tedious the job is, I will do it. I'll try my best to do it. So from that point, I think I was a bit relaxed.
Relax.
The other questions, the panelists also made everything a little bit cool, not so much intensive.
So now I'm sure, but then you just began to enjoy the interview.
Yes, I began to enjoy the interview from that moment.
Point is going. Okay.
Because before that moment,
All that tension,
the pressure was so much. The pressure was so much. So from that moment, I as I said, I was relaxed. I answered the questions, and yeah, for the interview. Yes.
So meaning for interview, you must prepare
prepare very well.
Do your own background check about the company where you want to work.
Exactly.
If
and
possible,
some a little
reach out to
general
people.
knowledge.
No, okay.
A little general knowledge
too.
yes, about the industry maybe. If not the industry, but a little bit in the what is happening in Ghana right now.
Like current affairs.
Exactly. Because you don't know who might throw a question like who is the minister of this? Who is the minister of this? Who is the minister of this? You never know.
So you must know all some of these things.
Some of these things.
Okay, interesting.
During an interview, when you are asked something and sincerely you have zero idea about it, don't go and fumble and just throw yourself off guard.
Or maybe don't go and lie.
Don't go and lie.
But perhaps they know why they're asking that question.
These are experts in front of you. When they ask you, we have technical men there. When they ask you a technical question and you don't know anything about it, don't try and justify yourself trying to answer by all means. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. So just know you are not aware. You don't know. Exactly. So that's the.
So once you're done with the interview, so what happened? I mean, they tell you to go home. They call later. How long did it take for them to call you?
So after the interview, they told me to go home. Thank you. So I went back home.
I'm sure by then you were praying so hard.
The prayer level, I don't joke with my prayers. And went back home. Continued with my sister, helping my sister out in the manufacturing.
In the soap business. Wow, that's very humbling of you.
Yeah. So waiting. I think in May.
Okay.
And I received a call that I've gotten the engineering job.
Okay.
And I was like,
I'm
God,
sure that maybe
Ghana Civil Aviation.
Fantastic.
It's a divine. It's a divine intervention. It's a divine blessing. And a divine selection, as you said. So when I received the call, I was so elated. I was so happy. I was so happy.
Okay. Wow. I mean, I can imagine the joy when you had that call. Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. So meaning for every interview that's as anyone should go, make sure that you do your own background checks. Make sure that you go online, read about interview questions. If possible, call someone who's already in that industry. Maybe ask questions. The person might guide you on certain questions. So once you get there, you not fumble. You begin to relax and enjoy the interview too. Wow, that's good. So so now from your service to full-time job. So like how did you transition from service to full-time job? I mean, how was the experience once you started working? What was the difference? I mean, for sure, maybe I'm sure by now you know that your life has changed for forever. You're now an engineer. Now what you've been going for school from primary school, GCAA, university, now finally you are here. How was the feeling? And once you got into your job, how was the feeling?
So once I was employed as an electronic technician engineer, well, that kind of now I have a permanent job at a good company at my age. So I was okay. So now it's time for me to build myself in some small. So when I got a permanent job, I had to join the Institute of Engineers and Technology to get my engineering title. That's one. At least to beef up my CV and stuff.
So let's say you were still learning.
I was still learning.
You still learn up to now.
The learning never stops. The learning never stops. So joined the Institute of Engineers and Technologies. Wrote an exams. Fortunately passed and gained our engineering title. So joined the Ghana Association of Air Traffic Safety Engineering Engineering.
Yeah.
That's GATSI, who is also a member of the International Federation of Air Traffic Safety Engineering. So I became a member of all these associations, and once employed as permanent staff, that statement that work hard, no matter the assignment given to you. I play with that statement. I move with that statement. It has become one of my philosophy at work.
So do it no matter
no
what.
matter what.
Just do your work.
You give me this job. Maybe this job is very tedious. I have no idea of it. At least let me do something. Let me try. Let me try. I might have nothing.
Wow.
And how the aviation industry is, the engineering side. Once you have your electrical electronics engineering, once you come here, it's a whole new system again. So they take you through a training system. Beef you up to get you abreast with the systems. Because your electrical electronics, it's a general it's a general
so like
course.
What you are taught in school is different from what is on our field. Or let's say you have to really learn a new concept.
Once what you are taught in school, say electrical electronics engineering, fine, you have the concept of the whole electrical electronics thing. When it comes to, let's say, in my situation, civil aviation, we have systems. Fine, they are electronic systems, but you need to be trained about those systems.
How they function,
how they function. You can't use your electronic
because those theories from the practical
for the practical setting.
So the difference between what is taught in classroom, the theories, and then what's on the field.
That's what's on the field.
What you are told you.
Because in my speech, we have to teach you what's on the field, the system we deal with. You can have the electrical electronic engineering, but when they bring you to this system, you might not know how this system works unless you are trained on this system. But you should have that background of electrical electronics engineering. So you know the basic components, so that you can appreciate the whole thing. So they work hand in hand.
So now let's just see. So right now, if someone wants to become someone aspire to be like you, so what advice would you give young people who want to follow in your steps?
Yes. I have one rule. You can't be like me. I can't be like you. We are all crafted to have our own path. Most of the interns that come to work with is I work with. I usually give them advice, the same advice that was given to me, that when you get into a system, you make sure you leave a mark, you leave a mark on someone through your hard work. Oh, do this job. Make sure you do this job. That your manager or your supervisor will say, this guy is a very hardworking person. So after your service and this one, even when you need, let's say, an assistant, and your manager is in the right place to help you, and can afford to help you, he can say, yes, this guy is indeed hardworking.
Because when you were there, you left a good mark.
You left a good mark. You understand? You left a good mark. So my advice I give to the interns that when you come, try and learn 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. When you're fortunate to get into the system during your service, make sure you work hard. You work hard. You work hard and leave a mark.
So that when you're not there, they will remember that this guy, when he was here, he did this one very well.
I know people who, after their whole university, they've done their service. They're not having a job. They can apply to a company as intern. Don't pay me. But I would like to work. They work, they don't pay them. They work in the system so at least currently they are employed in the system. It's how determined you are. It's how determined you are. If you're not determined,
you can't do it. Okay, that's cool. So let's say, so for example, those who are now finishing their service and you know what to do right now, what advice would you give them? Should they apply to as many companies as they can get their hands on? Or like, let's say, what should they do right now? I mean, those who are in service and maybe they are in different companies. Do you ever then just go online, look for jobs, or this? As you said, you were home helping your own sister.
Yeah.
So what should you do as they wait for an opportunity?
So when you are doing your service now,
Okay.
and you are about completing,
Mm.
I don't know the system you are or which
Yeah.
company
Yeah.
you are in, but if there is an opportunity in
Mhm.
your company,
Mhm.
or let's say some people have their own plans after service.
Mhm. Mhm.
Probably I'm not talking to them because they have
Yeah.
their own things sorted out.
Yeah.
I'm talking about those people who are like me,
Yeah.
that after service you don't know where to
What to
go.
do? Yeah.
I don't mind after service. I'll write to the company I'm working with
Mhm.
that I want to have an internship
Mhm.
even after my service,
Yeah.
and I'll still work with
Yeah.
this company.
Yeah.
If the company decide not to pay me,
Mhm.
fine. If the company decide to give me an allowance,
Mhm.
fine.
Fine.
I can still work with them.
Mhm. Mhm.
Whilst I'm still working with them, I'll still do my job searching
Mhm.
outside on the internet.
Okay.
Probably you get a good offer somewhere.
Somewhere.
But if you don't have anything
Mhm.
outside, you search for job, you're not getting it.
Mhm.
This is my suggestion
Yeah.
as they go into the internship route.
Yeah. Okay.
Apply for internship at your
Internship.
place. Work.
Mhm.
If the company will give you some small
Yeah.
allowance to hold yourself,
Yeah. You take it.
whilst you take the advantage of
Mhm.
that internship,
Mhm. Yeah.
work for how many months? For 2 months, for 3 months.
Yeah.
Work.
Just do it.
I've seen
You might never
people
know.
working without payment
Mhm.
in the system.
Yeah.
They've told them to go home, nah,
Yeah.
but still they are in the system.
System. Yeah.
But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, they are now
Yeah.
permanent staff.
Wow. So it's about perseverance.
Perseverance.
And don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
You just have to
Interesting.
just take the step.
Yeah.
If you have plans on doing another thing, that
Mhm.
one is your own
Yeah.
personal.
Yeah.
You can decide to do your own business, and whilst you do your
Yeah.
internship, and work hard.
So you just strive for both your own personal business and also the corporate
The
world.
corporate world,
Whatever you want to do, just
yes,
dig on both sides.
just dig.
Yeah.
You don't know
But
which
you
one will
never
pick for
know.
you.
It's true. That's cool. So right now, so finally, so what message would you share with young people who are watching this our channel? And yes, you've already given a very good advice on
Yeah.
what to do once you're about to finish your service or once you finish service. So what would you advise young people who are watching our channel who aspire to get to greater heights? I mean, what would you give them in general in life?
In general,
Yeah.
just don't give up.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Mhm.
You are not in a race with anyone.
Wow.
You are not in a race
Mm.
with anyone. The system is hard. The
Yeah.
system is hard, but don't just give up.
Mhm.
If today I've applied for this place,
Mhm.
this company,
Yeah.
it's not picking.
Yeah.
Apply for this company.
Okay.
This company might pick you.
Yeah.
This company might not pick you.
Okay.
If not permanent,
Mhm.
just don't give up.
Don't give up.
Persevere,
Severe
and it will, by all means, it will pick.
to pick up.
It will pick
Yeah.
up one day.
Yeah.
It won't be the same. It will
Mhm.
pick up one day.
Well, me personally, I know people who have applied for so many jobs. In fact, they nearly give up. Now, that one last one they applied, that's where
Just don't
they
give
had a
up.
call.
Just don't
And
give
today
up.
they are living their dreams.
Yes,
So,
just don't give up.
dreams. That's cool. Well, I mean, guys, today I think we are getting to the end of our interview, and we don't want to waste engineer's time because he has a lot of things that he has to go and attend to. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned and picked very important lessons from Engineer Eben's experience and his life journey from primary school to JSS, SS, to university, to national service period, and now as a full-time engineer. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and comment on our channel. Also, click the subscription button so you don't miss any updates from this our discussion. So thank you guys, and we see you later. Engineer, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time so much. So